Alright, alright. I'm gonna start playing Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo on the 3DO. I've never played this before, and I wanted to check it out, and I thought, why not stream it? The audio sounds phenomenal, CD quality audio. It's a different soundtrack than the arcade. I just thought I would check this out. Let's see what we could do on Super Turbo. We're gonna do Super Battle. And I don't want to go too fast, I don't think. Let's try, we're gonna just start with level 1. We're just gonna go turbo slow today. And I'm gonna play Ryu. Let's see if the color palettes, yes! This was a hard controls to map because it's only a 3-button controller. So I thought I would check it out. Oh, I love Cammy's music. And this is that awesome new, well, not new to me, CD version. This is 1994 though. I never had a 3DO. I don't know if anybody has. It's a little late. Probably gonna get hard to get people to watch, but I figured why not? Leave it up on my channel for content. Oh, come on, dude. See, I want to start humming the music. Come on, Ryu. Oh, I just lost. Need to pay more attention to the game. Man, it's such good music. It's too slow. I might lose on purpose, just to get rid of the slowness. I'm not used to playing Super Turbo at the slowest speed. Come on. Boom!
You win.
All right. Let's see if I can pull this off yet. I guess the audio starts completely over after the round. I thought she was gonna jump up. Oh man. Keep missing her. There we go. Oh, music is great. Hey, what's up? I'm just trying this game out for the first time. Not Super Turbo, but Super Turbo for the 3D or 3DO. I want to say 3DS because it's more common in my language. But 3DO, I never had one, and I'm just having fun. I figured I'd be lucky to get any views at all at this hour. But you never know. Yeah, 3DO did. I think it was one of the more popular games, probably the most popular game. I've never actually played a 3DO game before right now. But the soundtrack is different than the arcade. The game is almost arcade perfect, but the soundtrack, you could tell it's like upgraded, and it might throw you off. Some people might like it, some people might hate it, you know? I don't know. I think it's pretty sweet. It's cool to listen to something a little bit different. I almost wish I had like the 3DO soundtrack available to like listen to on my whatever you listen to stream. I listen to Apple Music, but any of them would do really. Come on. Neat. It was actually fairly easy to emulate. I was kind of surprised for a CD-based system. A lot of those stuff like the Sega Saturn is really hard. Oh man, I'm gonna lose this round. Come on. Yeah, it definitely is. It's like, it reminds me of the TurboGrafx CD, and I don't know if you played any Turbo CD games, but like the audio on that was just solid. Oh man, he got me there. It's so weird to set up the controls on this because the 3DO had a 3-button controller, and so like the pause button is like medium punch, the right trigger is low punch, and the right trigger is high punch, and the left trigger is low. And so I'm using an arcade stick with 6 buttons, so I had to figure out how the buttons would work to make this work. There we go. And I got it all laid out perfectly just like the arcade, but it was a pain. Yeah, which mini console do you have? Do you have the TurboGrafx Mini or do you have the PC Engine Mini? I have both of the minis. I'm a huge TurboGrafx fan, even though I never owned one. I had a friend that had one. It's too expensive for me to actually get the original hardware because the games like are insane, and there's like even one game that goes for like more than a car. I would love to have like a Turbo Express and then like a whatchamacallit, I can't think of the name of it right now. One of those devices you put a like a memory card in with all the games. That would be sweet to have a Turbo Express like that, little portable TurboGrafx. The only downside is you don't get the CD games. Got lucky there. I was trying to pull off a super.
You win.
Any?
Round 2. Fight.
Yeah, it's really good, this CD audio. So did you say you had the Mini then, the TurboGrafx Mini, or the PC Engine? Or I guess there's a Core Graphics too. I wanted mine so bad I ordered mine from Japan before they were even out in the US because they were delayed here. I highly recommend Ease Books 1 and 2 on TurboGrafx CD. Hey, where's Jago? What's up, man? I'm playing this 3DO version of this game for the first time ever. I never done before. Oh, the audio is just amazing. Well, that's sweet. I definitely will be streaming some TurboGrafx at some point because I love TurboGrafx. I actually have a TurboGrafx sign above my door behind me. You saved up all your money to get this? You know what, dude? This was the hardest controller. I was telling her this is the hardest controller to configure for this arcade stick because all the buttons were jacked on the original 3DO controller. Like, I guess pause button was medium punch. It's really weird. Yeah, the TurboGrafx Mini is very expensive. It's like $200+ for one of those now, but you could get it on Amazon Japan, the PC Engine Mini, for the like legit price. I think it's $100 or less, and sometimes they have it for $50. And where's Jago? You must have had some money. Your paper route must have paid well, because I think the console was like $700 originally. I think it went down to $400 then. And then I don't know how much the games were. They weren't as bad as Neo Geo, but I think this was the game, you know, to get for the 3DO. You got a special pad. Was it that really weird looking one that I've seen in the pictures where it looks like almost like a handle where the thumb pad is? Come on, maybe. I don't know if this is as hard as the arcade. The arcade's pretty tough. It's relentless. The AI. The AI still here is pretty good. Man, this Zangief theme. I could just listen to this and jam out to this music. It's $400. Yeah, I seen the 3DO at Walmart when I was a kid. But I didn't know anybody that had it. What other games did you play on your 3DO, Jago? Was there anything else besides this? Because this is the only game I really knew of. But when I found out this game had like a different soundtrack, like an updated soundtrack, I really wanted to play it. And that's why I'm doing that right now for the first time. I think I'm gonna lose around a Zangief so used to playing Super Turbo with Hap. And this stick is a Sanwa, so it's way looser. And
Round 3, fight.
on the fence, or on the face. So how many games did you have for 3DO? Oh man, I need to back off the save. There we go. It still missed him. This is gonna be a close one. I just lost. I'll have to play another round. Way of the Warrior. Oh, they had. I heard the Sam show on it was pretty good. Is that true? It's a Way of the Warriors at MK ripoff? Who made it? Was it Panasonic? Was the Sam show like different audio, or was it the same as the Neo Geo? What did I just do? I don't want to do that. See, this is what happens when you... The best home port. So did you have this too, Zod Rider? Did you have Super Turbo on the 3DO? Because I had it for the PC actually, and it was pretty good, but it didn't have this updated audio. Not sure on the audio. I remember it was way better than a well, it has to be. Way of the Warriors garbage. What all did you have on the 3DO, Zod Rider? Because obviously you had one. Now this is almost as good as the arcade. The audio is better than the arcade. So like honestly, I think that this, yeah, you're right. This would be the best port. Way of the Warrior is fun. Is funny. Should I download that ROM and like play it on this channel at the next time I'm up at midnight playing weird 3DO games? There we go. I thought Zangief was gonna take me out with that because, man, that wrestling pile driver's deadly. It's very sluggish and crappy to play. It was funny, but not fun. Okay, so I should play it as a joke. Got it. Turbo or Tattoo Assassins? That game's terrible. Is it really that bad? Rob Zombie soundtrack, so it's gotta be good, the audio. Oh, come on. Oh man, that... There we go. I don't want to lose to him again. Samurai Showdown is dope. Alright, I'll have to download the Samurai Showdown 3DO version and try it. And I'll try this Way of the Warrior. I really dig music, so the Rob Zombie soundtrack is probably pretty cool. It's so bad it's good. Okay, that happens sometimes. So bad it's good. Like Street Fighter the movie. Man, that... Hey Legs, how are you?
Round 2, fight.
Oh man. Get out of here. Did not mean to do that. Oh well, going to get another round with Fei Long. Controls of the way of the warrior are so bad it's rage inducing. You're having a few beers. What's your favorite beer, Legs? It's worth the play one time. I'm gonna bump up the speed. And I'm gonna go with the hyper fighting color.
Hong Kong.
Yeah, this would have been really awesome to have back in 1994 when it came out.
Round 1,
Pretty
fight.
much very close to arcade perfect, I guess. From what I understand, there's only a difference of frames, and then like you really have to get nitpicky to notice. Oh man, this computer's pretty smart. Okay.
Round 2, fight.
Wait, this is punch? This is supposed to be kick. Yeah, see, I still don't have the controls right. So confusing, this 3DO controller. You regretted buying the game. Was there any good racing games on the 3DO?
Hong Kong.
I don't want to mess with that. I think I'm gonna check something here real quick, because I think...
Round 1, fight.
I think my controller input, it feels like my stop button is button 4. Play pause is button 3. Left shoulder is button 2. These are right. This button's doing the same button as punch. So that's weird. I think that button is supposed to be medium punch. It should be that, but this says it's button 1 up here, which should be... That should be button 3. And that should be button C. 0, 3, 5. Well, this says it's the same as this. So confusing. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, this is still off. Way off. Yeah, let's see.
Round 2, fight.
We are gonna set all, I think, and try this again. Okay, and then this should be... That should be left shoulder, that should be right shoulder. For some reason it thinks my button there is 1 and that button... no, that button says 5. Okay. Oh well, we'll see. What camera am I using? I am using Streamlabs, and I am using a 3D emulator I've never used before till tonight to emulate this game I've never played in my life. Well, I played Super Turbo, but I haven't played Super Turbo on the 3DO. This version is the best, console fanboy? Cool. This version should be on the iArcade. The iArcades are not going to get any Capcom because John D's got it locked down, lock and key. The iArcade really needs to work on getting SNK when that license expires, but I know John D's going after that hardcore. Damn, I'm so close. My buttons are still jacked up. This Panasonic controller is so weird. So confusing to figure out how to map the controls on this 3DO. I even pulled up the manual earlier. iArcade will get lucky to get bump and jump too. I meant what I said it before. I think if the iArcade could get something like Sega Genesis games or even TurboGrafx, it'd be better than the freaking ColecoVision. Now the buttons are working, but will they a little bit down the road? I don't know. You got the entire 2600 catalog on the iArcade. You play that stuff, man? I can't even get to games that old. Like, I can't play Atari, I can't play ColecoVision. It just does not relate to me. Some people really like that stuff, though. Like, the oldest stuff I'll play is NES, and I'm very limited on what NES I'll play. Super Nintendo and Genesis, that was what I consider my nostalgia.
Round 3, fight!
See, I'm trying to read the chat. I probably should play the game and let other people chat. He had a whole story about how he used to play Bump and Jump in the arcade, and it was 4 games he could play. Can't rock Atari? No, I can't rock Atari. It's too old. I just don't relate to it. It looks like garbage. We'll just slow it down, I guess. And let's see. I'm a blue outfit? Yes. Okay. So the buttons seem right. Fake Bruce Lee is no joke. Well, if I could like pay attention to the game and have the right buttons, then maybe I'll have a chance. Keep paying attention to the chat. Not that I'm god at any of these games anyway. We all know I'd rather be a personality than play games. Oh. I was hoping to get him in the head. Oh well. Get Pit Fighter. You keep talking about Pit Fighters. Do you really like Pit Fighter? I thought you were joking about that the other night. Yeah, see, now my one button is... At least I got the kicks, the medium and the heavy kick, but the low kick is not right. This is about the best I'm gonna get my controls though, probably. Hey, it's okay, dude. I'm just messing around. I didn't think anybody would watch. Some more water. Alright. Let's try something different. Uh-oh, I just... See, that's why my stuff gets messed up, right? Okay, so... Low punch. Medium punch. High punch. Low kick. Medium kick. Okay.
Round 1, fight.
Man, I missed that Psycho Crusher.
Round 2, fight.
Am I gonna get the new Capcom Legacy? So I was playing a lot of those games that are the new Capcom Legacy this evening on my MVSX, and I don't know if there's enough on that cab that's gonna be multiplayer to warrant the purchase. So I don't know. If it was and it made sense for the stream and everything, then yeah, I would. But I don't know if there's much two-player. And Cyberbots is one of the two players. There's a shooter on there that I played. There's a robot game. That's a beat 'em up robot game though. The Armored Warriors. Yeah, that's a tough call. That is a really tough call, I think, on whether I should do that or not, because I don't know if there's that enough to warrant it. But I do like the Super Turbo Cab. I think it looks good. I think it looks really nice, and I do want it for that reason alone. But I don't have that much space. Man, now I got it really fast, so my timing's really off. Fire water best version, or it's best water. Fire water best water. Oh, that's alcohol. I would pass, honestly. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm gonna get a second Big Blue from that sale. I filled out the form and it looks like I would get one, and then I'll have a second PCB. And honestly, I think that the Big Blue has a better lineup, but I do think the new one's a good cab. I do think that the screen is gonna stink. Man, I felt like he was like, man, I thought I was so close that I was just punching him in the stomach, but no. I gotta get better at like playing games and talking to people at the same time. Big Blue has 3 Street Fighter, 3 Darkstalkers. I'm kind of disappointed no Darkstalkers on the new one. Yeah. Here's what the goal of Super Sunday Night Turbo is, to get people in the lobbies in those games, especially on Big Blue, and to like whatever game is on the show that week, get people to play it more often. Like literally, I'm gonna try to do every single game on that cab. Obviously, I can't do Eco Fighters. We could have some sort of point or race to the finish on the Knights of the Round, but I you know, those type of titles are gonna be like once a year or once ever type titles, but you know, the fighting games, those are gonna be a lot more often. But I like having everything, because it's always, you know, it's good to have other stuff that's different and just try to have fun and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, the smaller titles, not very often. Worst Jago, do you have a Marvel Capcom cabinet and a Big Blue?
China.
Yeah, Eco Fighters tournament. That would be weird.
Fight.
Yeah, playing that Capcom section of MVSX, I realized that there's not much more they could do with the Legacy cabinet. So I honestly will see what they do the following year. I mean, they are at this point releasing every single design of the Street Fighter cab except for what was it? Super, regular Super. That's the only cab they haven't done at this point. Then they didn't make this year Alpha. Here's the thing. Alpha is going to happen in 2023. Late 2023, it's going to be Alpha. They're doing an MVC2, and then they're going to do Alpha. That is my prediction, and I'm talking out of my ass, but there's no way they're not doing Alpha. John D has the license. I am 100% sure. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I have the X-Men Street Fighter PCB, and honestly, sometimes I've played it in my Big Blue, but I think what I'm going to do is turn my extra Big Blue I'm getting into an X-Men Street Fighter. Oh man, make it a Big Blue Street Fighter, but I'm going to paint it black. Or actually, if they'll let me give it to Zod, I'll give it to Zod. But I don't know what they're going to do. I'll wait till I get the invoice and then I'll send an email. I just want Zod to have the cabinet because it's a pretty good deal. Honestly, I just need a second Big Blue PCB. Man, I was hoping that I could block one more. I wish the Street Fighter Partycade had online play. Well, I think a lot of people wish the Partycades had online play. For $300 they should. I don't know about the closeout prices, the $100 prices. Those are kind of a little nuts, right? So that Street Fighter Partycade looked really, really nice, though. Okay, I don't want to mess with this. I guess if I hold down like the punch buttons, it brings up the button select screen. Oh, so did you buy those PCBs from eBay then? The X-Men vs. Street Fighter PCB was not very expensive. I got it for $50. A lot of X-Men Street Fighter PCBs in the wild if you want to play. And if you get a Big Blue, you can use the same control deck. I actually have all the things I would need, and I actually have an extra control deck because since I have the Bobby Boo deck, I have an extra original Big Blue deck that I could just put the encoder in and all the buttons, and I could have an extra deck if I wanted, which might be what I do since I'm doing this show. In fact, I think it probably is what I'm gonna do because I have all the parts, really. I have a bag full of all these arcade buttons. Hap, Sanwa, whatever I want. Yeah, nobody's on Coda ever. I really wanted to play Coda, and then I know there was a Coda tournament a couple times, but like I never was able to. I like worked or something. So I hope to run Coda once. I don't think I'll be able to run it more than once because I don't think it's going to get many people. Should focus on gameplay. Alright. Nah, I'm just gonna stick to Ryu. I am hoping my reservation will net me a Defender Partycade. You got that? They had a later window. Oh, that's nice. I tried to get one. The minute I clicked on it, it was gone. I did not get the Defender Partycade.
Round 1, fight.
I don't know what I would do with Defender Partycade. I just wanted it because Pete Up said it was awesome. I think Defender's like past my time. Like literally though, I clicked on it the minute it was open and I didn't get it, so I think I got it at a delay. I think I was like a couple minutes behind the rest of the stream because I was on cellular. Yeah, you were able to get it. Are you in Mexico? Where's Jago? Did they send to Mexico?
Round 2, fight.
I can't believe I didn't finish her. Oh.
You win.
My Donut's Dodo score. Dude, you know, I've only been through like level 4 in Donut Dodo. I don't like, everybody plays a lot more games than I do. Like, when I play games the most, you like see me playing the games. That's why I play games. I've got like, I work 50 hours, I got 2 kids on my own, I got a dog, like I got all these responsibilities. So most of my free time, you know, I actually spend probably working on this YouTube channel lately. You're visiting Cali next month? Yeah, are you gonna go to Evo in Nevada?
You lose.
How did you get an IRK to Mexico? Do they ship to Mexico?
China.
Runner up for Game of the Year.
Round 1, fight.
9 and 13. Yeah, I have a 13-year-old. She thinks I'm old, out of touch, and embarrassing. And my other kid, my son, he's 11 and he likes video games. A lot. More than I do. But he really likes Nintendo. Oh, you play Donut Dodo on Steam. Okay. See, I played on the arcade. I had to get that on the arcade because it seemed like it was a game I wanted on an arcade. You know?
You lose.
There's a lot of people going to Evo. A lot of people are going. I don't know what I would do there, to be honest. I'd probably be bored watching people play in tournaments. Like, I like watching people I know here in the community, and I like doing this YouTube thing, but like, if I was going to watch a bunch of people I don't know play games I don't really like that are modern, I don't really play, I don't know what I would do there. Except hang out with the Arcade 1-Up people. Ah. 13-year-old's number 6.
You win.
Yeah, the game is addictive, and when I do play it, I kind of sit there for a good 15-20 minutes. I know that sounds like not very long. It's fun. It's got a good soundtrack too, and honestly, I think it's definitely my top 5 on my arcade. She was wide open. What do you... Yeah, OTG and UAG are going a lot of places. They're going to Atlanta this weekend, and I don't know. I thought about going to Atlanta. I found a hotel that's pretty affordable. I might go with my son, but even though the hotel's like $100, you gotta pay all that money in gas, and then you gotta pay admission and whatever you want to buy while you're there, because you're gonna want to buy games and stuff, and then food. Yeah, I think so. I think that's a foregone conclusion that that's happening. Everybody says it, and it makes sense. They're wanting to grab a new crowd of people to buy their product, and they got the game first. I feel like within 6 months of it coming out, though, that it's going to be on console. I will say that. Maybe a year, but I don't think they're going to want to... They want to get that out. Too much money in it. And then after Marvel Capcom 2, you gotta wonder if Arcade 1-Up's gonna try to do... What are they gonna do next? They're gonna try to do Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3? Or not Mortal Kombat, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3? Oh. I haven't played Marvel Capcom 2 in a long time, and you know, I just got slammed by T-Hawk. Man, that would be a good move to know on T-Hawk, let me tell you. You could still get Marvel Capcom 1. Yeah, you can't. You're right, but I think that they're making too much money on the arcades. They're charging. I mean, 1-Up has got to be their #1 seller. It's got to be Marvel Capcom, other than Pac-Man. Pac-Man's their #1, and then at least for fighting games, it's got to be the Marvel Capcom. I mean, everyone's still online on that cab. All the other cabs, hardly at all. But Marvel Capcom, it's a lot of people. But I will get Marvel Capcom 2 for sure, and I'll get better. Evo would put you to sleep. I agree. But some people, you know, they're gonna be totally into that. I'd be more interested in hanging out with, like I said, friends from the community. 1-Up doesn't sell MVC anymore. It's because they're gonna put all those games on MVC too. And they did a good job getting rid of all their cabs there, and they didn't have to discount them to $150. But you know what happens when you make Street Fighter games all the time? You're gonna have to discount your cabs because you won't be able to sell them all. They still have some of the table, the sit down, which is really weird because it doesn't have online play. Like, I don't know why I'd want a Marvel vs. Capcom cocktail table. That's just weird. If that Marvel vs. or Marvel Superheroes cocktail, or not cocktail table, the whatchamacallit, Countercade had online, I'd be all over that. But if you buy the Countercade, then you gotta figure out replacing the screen, because the screen won't work with the old PCB. It's different. Yeah, head-to-head are whack, especially for fighting games. I get it for Pac-Man. Pac-Man all day long. If I was buying a Pac-Man cab, I'd want a cocktail, because that's what I remember playing in the Pizza Hut. Was the cocktail, the black Pac-Man. I want a black Pac-Man, not a yellow Pac-Man, not anything that says Pizza Hut on it, just a black Pac-Man cocktail table. And that's what I get if I had money and if I wanted a Pac-Man. I don't have enough money to invest in Pac-Man, right? So it's not going to sell to me anyway. But if I had, you know, if I had a basement I could fill up with cabs and money, yeah, I'd want the Pac-Man cocktail table. I got those Mortal Kombat 2 countercades for $17. I sold both of the ones I bought. There we go. I just didn't know what I would do with the Mortal Kombat countercade. I was playing some Mortal Kombat 1 last night, and then I got called on to the Laundromat Wars, so I did that. And I was trying to play Raiden.
India.
Oh, I'm looking forward to hearing this soundtrack on the 3DO.
Round 1, fight.
Yeah, I agree with you. Not fighting games. Fighting games should not be on that. But apparently they sell some, otherwise they wouldn't make them and continue to make them. I bet you a lot of Home Shopping Network customers buy that stuff. Oh man.
You lose.
Good music.
Round 2, fight.
I think Footy Laughs at one point had the Street Fighter head-to-head, the first one. That was like the Legacy cabinet, but it was head-to-head. I think he sold it though when he got Big Blue.
You lose.
Man, I still wish in Street Fighter that they would make a Shenlong character, since Ryu talked about Shenlong. I think that would be pretty cool.
India.
Don't know what's taking so long on that. I mean, EGM teased it and pranked us, and then we never got him.
Round 1, fight.
I remember in the Super Nintendo and the Genesis, this level was missing elephants, like one on each side,
You win.
because they didn't have enough RAM.
Round 2.
Obviously the 3DO was able to retain all the elephants. Was Gouken in Street Fighter 4, really? Street Fighter 4 is better than 5, I think. I mean, not that I'm an expert at either one, but I've played both. I have Ultra Street Fighter 4. I got it for free when I got pre-ordered the Street Fighter collection when that came out, and I have 5, and I have all the DLC. And I think 4 is better. And I don't know how I feel about 6 because it looks weird to me. Not the fighting of it, but like the walking around like it's Grand Theft Auto, I just don't like it. I think he barely edged me out there. Okay. Yeah, that April Fool's joke was awful. I remember sitting there trying to do that code. I think I was trying to do it on a Super Nintendo. I don't remember, but I remember it not working. And then they did the same thing like a year later with like, or no, they did it. It was funny because I tried it even though they had done it before with the Ninja Turtles. They said in the Ninja Turtles arcade game on the NES that you could be Simon Belmont, and I tried that, and that was a joke too. Six looks good to you? Maybe I'll like the game itself. I don't know if I like the fact that they're adding stuff that's not really a fighting aspect of it. 4 is great. 5 I haven't touched yet, but soon. Very, very soon. Okay.
USA.
Is Dan still like really, really good in Street Fighter 5? I heard he's got like infinites. Did they like update it so it doesn't? This is one of the best songs audio-wise on this game too. Balrog's stage. Yeah, EGM, definitely my favorite magazine. I had a subscription for years. Man, what I would give to have an EGM again. Problem is, I don't know if any of these new games I'd like to see an EGM. Oh, I hit pause. I was expecting to throw him farther after that pause. They took out his infinite. Okay. See, they do that stuff now. They didn't bother to take it out of X-Men vs. Street Fighter, though, did they? Like, when somebody does that stuff to me on X-Men vs. Street Fighter, I'm like, what's the point of even playing? Well, I'm starting to get the feel of this version a little bit better. We'll see how it goes with Vega, though. Or I'm sorry, Balrog in the Japanese version. Well, we're not playing the Japanese version. It's always weird when you play the Japanese versions and all their names are messed up, because I think like all the bosses except what Sagat are messed up. Yeah, I want to subscribe to one of those like video game mags that are like retro, that talk about retro games. I think there's one that's like just about old Sega stuff that's already been out for 30 years. Interesting that the computer just knew nothing there but the freaking claw, and I still died. I would love to see them actually make a new Marvel vs. Capcom game that's not trash like whatever that other one was. Was it Infinity War? I don't even freaking remember the name of it. It was bad. Claw is top tier. Yeah, Vega is top tier in this game.
Round 1, fight.
Nintendo Power. Yeah, Nintendo Power was a good one too, especially when you wanted like maps. They always like made like issues that like 1/3 of the magazine was just how to beat a game.
You win.
Older Nintendo Powers now cost a lot.
Round 2, fight.
This game does seem to play better on a Sanwa stick than a 1-Up did. 1-Up with a Sanwa stick to me was trash.
Round 1, fight. You lose.
You have 1 through 100 in your storage unit, taking up space. I don't know if that's taking up space. That's just awesome. Man, could not get faster than that tiger. I think I can get some water.
Thailand. Round 1, fight. You win. Round 2,
All right.
fight.
Man, he got me good there. Ah. No.
You lose. Round 3.
So any of you do anything cool this evening? Ah, too soon. After beating a certain someone today using this technique, I found a new respect for Ryu Tatsu. Who did you beat today? Using what technique?
9. Thailand.
Yeah.
Round 1, fight.
I'm having a hard time going from the left side for some reason as far as firing the super. I can get it from the other side perfect, so I need to get a little bit smarter or a little bit better on this controller.
You win.
Watch some streams, watched Moonlight episode 3. What's Moonlight?
Fight.
I just paused it. It really messes me up playing Street Fighter with pause. Oh, I can't believe I didn't finish it.
You win.
When's that PC gonna be ready? Legs has been, I heard Legs been buying one part every month for a while, trying to get his PC ready.
Round one, fight.
Oh man, this audio for this song is great in this game.
You lose. Round two, fight.
Oh man.
You lose.
Oh wow, you're trying to get it done before the 7-Eleven. That's cool. 7-Eleven tomorrow. What's the game tomorrow? Oh, it's Sam's show. Isn't it Sam's show?
Thailand.
I don't know. I should be practicing Sam's show instead of playing this, probably.
Round one, fight.
Oh man, I was not anticipating that dive.
Round two, fight.
Does Jago play in the 7-Eleven? Alright. That round was terrible.
Nine.
I hope Sosa's doing okay, Legs. I
Thailand.
heard he's having some issues this evening.
Round one, fight.
Man, this got perfect. Maybe I should pay attention.
Round two, fight.
Jago, you're good at everything, man.
You win. Round three, fight.
You know, just for the music alone, I think I like this better than the arcade version. Music's pretty sweet.
You win.
Okay. Oh man, they even upgraded the audio in the ceremony. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad he's doing okay. Yeah, I really do appreciate the audio. I need to get this, like, downloaded somewhere. Is there a, like a way to just listen to the tracks? Like, do they have like a sound check where you can sit here and chill and listen to these tracks? You know, I honestly, like, if I grade this based on 1994, this game would be like a like a 5-star game. Yeah, it is. I think it is the best version. I think I'd rather play it than the arcade just for the music alone, like I just said. Man, it's great. Yeah, I've seen it on YouTube. I want it like on my phone other than YouTube. I have commercials on YouTube right now. I need to like probably just pay for the non-commercial version because you could just listen to that stuff endlessly even in your car then. I want to see if there's track playing. No, just difficulty, time limit, and then there's not really many options, is there? Very limited. Versus battle, super battle. Very basic, actually. Funny enough. Although, yeah, they did this. This is the logo I based my Super Sunday Night Turbo logo from. But the one on the marquee of the arcade is like red and blue, I think. Just rip the audio with a converter program to MP3. Yeah, then I don't, so then I have to figure out how to just, well, no, I could add it to iTunes and manually put it in my iTunes to my iPhone. That's the one downside to iPhone is it's harder to do stuff like that. But all my stuff's in iPhone, so it just makes my life easier. I remember going to the Babbages to buy this on day one. Yeah, that's cool. I remember going to, whatchamacallit, what was that, Electronics Boutique to pick up my Final Fantasy VII on day one at the mall. And I remember picking up my Nintendo 64 day one at Toys R Us. I remember getting my Ocarina of Time gold cartridge that I sold, and I recently, like a year or two ago, bought another gold Ocarina of Time. And I got it on Facebook for $50, which is a really good deal because like a good copy of that goes well over 100. But it had marker on it with somebody's name, so I just removed it with alcohol, and now it doesn't even matter. You still have your physical copy of the game, of the 3DO? That's cool. Zod, you still have your physical copy of Rondo of Blood, man. Man, I'm tempted to start doing Rondo of Blood over from the beginning and just do streams doing Rondo of Blood. But I'm gonna die so many times during that because that game's hard. Once you like master the level though, I mean you gotta play each level a few times. Once you master the level, you're good. But then you get to the next level, it's the same stuff. You gotta learn the level. Yeah, I have the Super NES one. I actually have the World Warrior right up. I'm looking at it right now. The cartridge, the original, not like the $100 remake. I don't know why they'd remake that game. You could buy it for like $4.99. Rondo of Blood is a masterpiece. It is in my top 5 games of all time, for sure. I love Rondo of Blood. Ys Books 1 and 2, TurboGrafx CD, also in my top 5. 2 TurboGrafx CD games in my top 5. See, I used to play a lot more sports games during the Genesis era, and I don't play those at all anymore. I used to play like John Madden and NHL and Bulls versus Lakers, all the EA Sports ones. I mean, those were fun to play multiplayer. And then the N64 came out, and then, you know, you got all the 4 players all the time, and then you wanted to play like Mario Kart and Smash Brothers and stuff like that. I actually agree, this version does need to be on a cabinet. And it needs to have the buttons mapped correctly, because it's a nightmare to map the buttons correctly in this game, because that controller is so freaking weird. It's like, it's harder to map the controls than it was the PC Engine or the Sega Genesis games of Street Fighter. Man, I'm gonna get my ass kicked by T-Cock after just... Double KO. Were you the one that said that I should play you at NHL 94 and 5K, Jago? I know somebody did. Somebody said that. I think it was on Zod's stream Friday. Ah, that pause button. I believe that NHL 94 is as well. The only problem is, like, Jeremy Roenick is a god in that game. Oh, it was Rexer that was saying that. Okay. Well, I'll play on Fight K at NHL 94. Maybe we should start doing that. I should tell that to Sosa. Hey, Super Sunday Night Turbo is changing. It's going to be NHL 94 tournaments. Are you still down? He'd be so pissed. Can't jump over T-Hawk, baby. It's $3.99 if you're a Total Tech member at Best Buy, so you have to have a $200 membership in order to get that deal. So it's, and the only reason I know that is because I work there and I go to people's homes and I fix computers for old people. And occasionally a young person, but if it's a young person, you know it's really jacked up. NHL 94 Tournament Club. That'd be cool to call it Tournament Club too. We should have every other weekend tournaments like the Street Fighter the movie, the game people. case nobody saw. Yeah, I hope that people could get it without having to have the Total Tech Clan. Timu Solani. I was at Timu Solani's first game as a Mighty Duck with Paul Korea. I was like in the second row for that game, and it was an away game. It was not Anaheim. Some of the things, like some printers, are a lot more complicated to set up than like just plug them in, especially because like there's specific issues with AT&T routers and HP printers that I have to go into the router and change settings in order for it to stay connected. Otherwise, it just randomly connects and disconnects. Like there's just little stupid things that, like, even if you called like AT&T or HP, they don't admit to. And the other thing is, some of these older people don't even know like how to turn the computer on. I'm not even kidding. They just aren't from that generation. And so it's weird because you can hand an iPhone to like a toddler and they'll know exactly what to do with it. You give it to like an 80-year-old person that never had an iPhone, and they can't figure it out. It's kind of almost like a fascinating thing. Oh man, that was the right time to pull off that move. Yeah, I actually grew up in Crown Point, Indiana, if you know about where that is, Legs, until I was about 10. So I was close to Chicago.
Round one, fight.
And I was a Bears fan. Man, this Honda ain't putting up with no bullshit. Oh, they still didn't. They didn't. This is the old version. They didn't edit out the sun. You grew up in Flint, Michigan? How'd you end up in Mexico?
You win. Round three, fight.
I thought Gary was the murder capital, or does it switch between Flint and Gary? It's so weird because Gary has a national park in it now, because Indiana Dunes is now a national park. Die-hard Raiders fan. How did you become a Raiders fan? Rebuilding since 57. You know, they did have Barry Sanders for a while. That was kind of entertaining. And then they had Stafford, and they kind of wasted him. Oh, that's where you're at, son? I live in Indianapolis area now, but so if we have a Chicago arcade meetup, we should invite Zod Rider. Ah, too soon.
You win.
Retire and move to Mexico? So you retired young, apparently. So you must have had a pretty important job.
Round one, fight.
Oh yeah, the soundtrack to this level is great. You retired at 42. How long have you been retired? Are you a citizen of the US then? And did you move to Mexico because it's cheaper and you could retire, or what? I am nowhere near being able to retire. I don't know if I'll ever be able to retire. Hey, Mike of all trades, how are you? What are you thinking about, Mike of all trades? That wise steps up here and looking at the screen and trying to play games and stream at the same time when it clearly isn't working. Good to see Mike of all trades at almost 2 in the morning. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I've been playing this game for that long. You're both U.S. citizens, move to Mexico because we could afford a condo on the beach and not work. How much cheaper is a condo at the beach in Mexico? Oh, I thought I was gonna pull that comeback. This AI is no joke. Yeah, some of it's really smart. Super Turbo does have the best AI. Sometimes they make a move like they're outsmarting you, and you're like, "What? The computer outsmarted me." $250K in a touristy area. So yeah, you had good money. If you probably paid cash, I'm guessing. Man, I don't know. Yearly taxes are $400 US. Oh my god, that's so nice.
9.
You have to pay cash in Mexico? There's no mortgages at all? That's interesting. So a lot of families probably live together until they have enough money to buy a house then.
Round 1. Fight.
Do you speak... I would assume you speak Spanish then. Ed, did you know Spanish before you moved there?
You lose. Round 2. Fight.
Right back into the face fight.
You lose.
1,100 square foot condo. If there's only 2 of you, I mean, no kids, Drago?
Brazil.
Still surprised that this 3DO emulates as well as it does.
Round 1. Fight.
So you probably got a lot of people that own a house there as a vacation home, maybe? You have 2 kids. Oh yeah, you said that. And they're in Mexico then too. So how do they go to school? Are they in their school system, or do you take them to private school? Face fight.
You lose. Round 3. Fight.
Missed the dragon punch.
You lose. Nine.
So your kids know more Spanish than you guys, probably. I would assume.
Brazil. Round 1. Fight.
Well, Blanca, the thing about Blanca is that freaking head bite, man. It takes off like, seems like 40% of your life every time he gets you with it.
You lose. Round 2. Fight.
Does your daughter speak better Spanish than she does English? makes fun of you guys a lot. Yeah. Well, maybe she could teach you Spanish.
You lose.
Might want to learn some, huh?
9. Hadouken!
Alright, so if I choose Blanca, will it still be Blanca? Yes.
Brazil. Round 1. Fight. You win. Round 2. Fight. You lose.
Blanca's no joke in this game. Well, you're just being nice, Jago. I just need to get better. But yeah, Super Turbo I think is by far the hardest Street Fighter. Like any other of the Street Fighter 2s, World Warrior, Champions Edition, Hyper Fighting, regular Super, I would have like gone all the way through all this roster a lot faster. I think his Super is like E Honda's. It's like
You lose.
back, forward, back. Something like that. I'm trying to. Hey!
9.
What's up, Cham? I can't believe I'm still up doing this. I really can't. I'm probably gonna go soon. I'm tired, but he's at his best in Alpha 3 and CVS 2.
Round 1. Fight. Boom.
AI is crazy. Yeah, it's a really smart AI. Better than like, I'd say it's almost easier to get online and play other people than the AI. It's like crazy.
Round 3. Fight. Boom. Boom.
Damn it.
You lose.
Guile still only got 2 moves. His Sonic Boom was fairly effective.
9. Sonic Boom.
I actually had no business playing Guile until I like played with him versus Bobby Vu.
Brazil.
Bobby Vu was telling me what to do.
Round 1, fight. Sonic Boom.
I still don't have any business playing him, but I'm playing him.
Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom.
I thought I was gonna be able to kick him in the legs there at the end. And see, the only way I have a chance against Bobby's Guile is with Ryu. He's got a good Ryu too. He's got a good DJ, I think, in Super Turbo. He rarely plays Super Turbo though. I think Street Fighter 2 is the only game Bobby plays though. Yeah, he's so... Blanca is so fast in this game, you can't get up to do the flash kick. Like, as soon as you try, that time I just missed it, but... Okay.
9, 8, Sonic Boom. Brazil. Round 1, fight.
I'm gonna play Bison just like I would Champions Edition.
You win. Round 2, fight.
Well, there goes half my life with a face bite.
You win.
Can't believe I got away with all those Psycho Crushers on that AI.
England. Round 1, fight. You win.
Well, I guess you could probably play as Akuma in this game too.
Round
That would be
2,
pretty cheap.
fight.
Sosa did on the Laundromat Wars last night. Not versus me, but versus, I think, Chan.
You lose. Round
This would
3,
actually be a really
fight.
good level to, like, draw. And And I think the AI gets smarter as you go sometimes. Okay.
England.
Yeah, I really probably should learn Vega in this game. I know he's like considered like the best of the best in this game. Wait, his Yoga Flame is different in this than X-Men versus Street Fighter, I think.
You lose. Round 2. Fight. Fire. You lose.
Okay.
9. Yoga.
Yoga?
England. Round 1. Fight. You win. Round 2. Fight. You lose.
Alright.
Round 3. Fight. You lose.
Alright. I think I'm gonna go to bed. I appreciate all you for staying up, watching some of this game and talking. It was a fun time.
9.
And I'll see you all.